반갑습니다. Here's the second video, or the first one. Maybe you're watching this first. In the first video, I showed you the front of this shirt, this cool, clean shirt I got. I got to show you the back. I don't even know if that's going to come out on the video, but this is a Korean top team MMA. That's one of the main gyms up there. This is a pro fighter's walkout shirt, and I picked one up through the venues that be, and it helps to be in Korea for that. And speaking of being in Korea, I did a video about the differences between American culture, Korean culture, things that we can learn from each other. And this one is going to be things that Koreans can learn from Americans. Believe it or not, I've been here for 3 years, and there are just certain things that I just wish I could take certain elements of American life and just lather it on the top like a big layer of mayo and drown out some of the stuff and change it. But I'm in another culture. It is what it is. Korean culture is different than what you think. And so here are some of the ways that I have seen over the course of over 3 years that it could change. I'm going to turn my notes over. One of the things that Koreans, and this is popular in Asia, that they do is they live at home until they get married. People do. And there's pluses and minuses for that. I'm not going to get into too much of it. Hey, you can save a bunch of money. Hey, if you live at home, the reason is so that they can take care of their family and stuff like that as they get older, if they're still unmarried. We don't do that in America. 18, you're hanging on to the door sometimes, and don't kick me out. Or some of us are just like, get me out of here. But not in Korea, no way. If you're unmarried, 9 times out of 10, you're living at home. And those, I have seen, have detrimental effects on the individual. After about, say, 30, 35 years old, if you're still living at home with your mom, your mind is going to take some detours, and you're not going to be grounded in reality. And you won't even know what that statement means because you're in a different dimension now. And I see it. Some of the teachers that are not married, or people that I've met that are not married, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, what wavelength are you signaling on? Because I'm missing you here. And I believe so much of that has to do with the fact that they live at home too long. You see a lot of dementia here and just some of that type of stuff that I think if you just got out onto your own and let life beat you up a little bit, would clear the cobwebs up a little bit. That's just my opinion. Number 2, this one I think is going to cause a little bit of a stir, but this is a very big one for me. And it has to do with the whole saving face, covering up nature that can be seen in countries like Korea or Japan or other countries like that. There are so many examples of it since I've been here that I say, why are you trying to cover that up, or why are you brushing that under the rug? If I go into examples, this video will be 6.5 hours long. But I think that Korea could learn from America in this way. It's okay to show your nasty side. It's okay to expose your warts. No one's going to think less of your culture. In fact, I think it shines positively on the fact that you understand that you have bad points of your culture and that you're looking to improve them. America's like the flip side of it. If any little thing goes wrong, you got 50 conspiracy videos on YouTube. You got 9 million articles about it. The person's face is plastered in every imaginable way. And if they were wrong, it doesn't matter. That person is screwed, or that situation still has that black mark on it. In Korea, there's a lot of orphanages here. There's a lot of corruption. There's a humongous sex industry here that is hush-hush. And for example, orphanages. Orphanages, you know how they get stocked full, right? Parents that don't want the kids. The difference is I have never heard of a person that has adopted a child from an orphanage. They're rare occurrences if they exist. And part of that, I believe, is the fact that it doesn't go along with that picture perfect view of what they're trying to show the world, saving face. Look, we're cut clear, cookie cutter. These are our kids, right? There's no whole concept of compassion and embracing different aspects of life, such as adopting a child who had no say in the matter. So those are things, you know, we all saw what happened with the seawall ship going down, killing hundreds of high school students. I don't really, it doesn't settle well with me the way that was handled after the fact. I think heads should have rolled big time for that. But it's gone. It's off the radar now. Another example, there was a Japanese journalist that's stationed here in Seoul, I believe. I'd have to find the article. Maybe I'll post it later. Said some remarks about the president and the reason for her absence during that critical time when that ship went down. They put him in jail, right? So that whole, you know, this is supposed to be a democracy, and, you know, that whole idea of free speech is and isn't here the same level as it is in America. I mean, you can basically stand outside of the president's bedroom and like fillet him and lambaste him with negative points about what they're doing right or wrong and stuff like that. It's very different, which I think goes over the edge the other direction. But I think that it's okay. I think Korea should learn to just say, hey, look, we have mistakes just like anyone. Here's what we do wrong. Here's the real deal. Okay, third one. Be a little bit more assertive in life. I think they tend to be a little quiet, conserved, keep things to themselves. Look, I don't want to rock the boat or ruffle anybody's feather, and that's kind of the approach they take, which is like in extreme contrast to an American who comes in and is like, hey, I'm here, you know, that type of thing. Definitely can learn from each other, but I think they can turn the volume up a little bit, just be a little bit more assertive on the global scale in terms of other countries, and just on a person-to-person basis as well. But it's the way that, you know, it's all that way partially because of history and things like that. But I still think that that could change. The fourth thing, I'm running out of time here. Fourth thing, I think Korea should have sports in their schools. And not just sports, but just the availability of many different aspects of activities that would cause a student to develop in different ways. And sports is just one of the biggest ways to do that, because it becomes a physical thing, and building teamwork and just commitment to physical burn, not just mental burn. I'm not talking about, in Korea they have sports specific schools, and that's good, but the kids here know what time it is. It's in, you know, the world is becoming a small place. They see other cultures. They're like, why can't we do these cool things? Why can't we do these fun things? Why can't we learn to allow ourselves to be creative? The kids say it. They say it to me all the time. So I think that I think things are changing, and I think a lot of the teachers and educators would like it to change more quickly. But I think it would really benefit the kids and the future adults that they're going to become if they just had access to other ways of learning and activities. Anyway, I've burned up 9 minutes of your time, and I want to thank you for listening to me. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the Red Dragon Diaries. And as always, I really look forward to, and I read every single comment. So please leave them in the section below, no matter how long they are. If you want to write a novel, I'm good with that. If I got nothing to do and I'm vegging one of the nights during the week, I'm going to read it. Trust me. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace. Out.